Hello students, let's continue with the first chapter. Till practice set 5 we have done in the previous video. Now let's move further. Before moving further, children, kindly requesting all to open your maths textbook. Open your maths textbook, page number 7. In that page number 7, on the top, children, you can see activity. Try to draw triangles with the following data. So this both triangles, children, this you will be doing in the homework book. Okay, in the homework book, question number 1 and question number 2. Now an activity for learning something more. Now here there is one activity given. This activity also you will try to do in your homework book. So how many activities? 1, 2 and 3. 3 activities you will be doing in your homework book. Okay, so now after that let's start with the next topic, that is congruence of segments. Okay, congruence of segments. Now here the word congruence means, children, here let us start with the congruence of segment. This word congruence means nothing but same, equal. You can say this is nothing but what does it mean? It means equal. Okay, and this congruence is, this word congruence can we also call it as congruent. We also say when we use while doing the sums and all, we'll say congruent, and this word congruence, congruent, equal, this all means the same. Now here, but there is a symbol for you for showing the congruence or congruent. The symbol is, children, like this way, and there is a means equal to sign and one wavy line. This is the symbol for congruent. What is it? This is a symbol for congruence. Clear? Congruence and congruent, for both the symbol is this. Clear? Okay, now as the word suggests, congruence of segment means you can see equal segments. How you can say equal segments? Now here you can see I have drawn two segments, segment AB and segment PQ. Okay, now we have to find whether both the segments are of equal length or not. So how we can do it? By using a ruler. Okay, by using ruler also, and the second, so this is, yes, 5 centimeter, and this is also 5 centimeter. That means both are of equal length. One other way also you can show this congruence, children, by using this divider. In your compass this divider is there, right? So you can, now here you are using the divider. See, children, open the measure the length of this segment AB. Okay, now see, children, this is the length of AB. Now without changing, if this length is exactly, okay, see, it is same. Clear? That means both the line segments are of equal length. Okay, so the definition, it means that we can say that here, therefore you can say segment AB is congruent to segment PQ. How you can say, how to write this? Segment AB is congruent. It is there in the is word is submerged in, it is there merged in the sign only. Segment AB is congruent to segment PQ. Okay, this way we will read this. Okay, this is mathematical symbol. That means from this you can understand, children, that what is meant by congruence of segment. The definition will be that if given line segments, you can write the definition, if the given line segments are of equal length, are of equal lengths, they are said to be congruent. They are said to be congruent. So this is the definition for congruence of segments. Okay, if given line segments are of equal length, they are said to be congruent. Here, for example, we have taken segment AB and PQ, both are of equal length. Therefore, we have written segment AB is congruent to segment PQ. And for the congruence, this symbol we are using. Okay, children. So this is about congruence of segments. Now, let us solve the exercise. Okay, based on this congruence of segment. Now students, open your textbook, page number 8, textbook page number 8. Now you can see, children, there is one activity on the top. Take any box, measure the length of each of its edges, which one of them are congruent. So you can take, children, this Okay, first one activity. Okay, any box you can take and you can measure the edges of the box and you can write the measurement. This also you can do in your homework notebook. Then activity 2 children, this you will draw and from the shape below write the names of the congruent line segments. Now you see children, this is a cuboid you can see. So let us write down. They have given the few names, that segment AB. Okay, AB is congruent to segment DC, segment AE is congruent to segment BH. Okay, now segment EF. So which is your EF children? Segment EF. See in your textbook children, segment EF is congruent to segment, what it will be, HG. So what you will write here, segment HG, or you can write GH. You can write HG. Okay, now last one is segment DF. Okay, segment DF will be congruent to segment CG. Segment CG. Clear? So you are going to draw this and you write all these 4 pairs of congruent pairs in your homework notebook. Now let us start with practice set 6 children. This practice set you will do in your classwork book, and here they have written, write the names of pairs of congruent line segments. Use a divider to find them children. You can, okay, so they are asking us to use the divider and then to find the congruent pairs. Okay, they are not asking us to use the scale. Now see children, so this is a divider. Now let me see. Okay, let me take this first pair, that is my GM. Okay, this GM, and let me see whether this GM is similar to GN. See children, GM is similar to GN. See, it is exactly matching. Okay, the length is exactly matching. I have not changed the radius. I have not, that radius means what children, I have not opened the divider. Okay, without changing, see, I am just shifting GM, here it is, here GM, and then I am shifting it to GN. Okay, that means both are of equal length. So I can write there, first pair, segment GM is congruent to segment GN. Okay, what I have written, segment GM is congruent to segment GN. Now I can check like this way, which are the other pairs. So now whether this GM and GR are also congruent, that also we can see. This is your GM, this is your GM, right? And now let us, without changing, let us see GR. Yes, this is also same, GM. Children, see, you can see this is your GR and this is your GM, both are same. So I don't have, so I can write this also, segment GM is congruent to segment GR. Segment GM is congruent to segment GR. Clear? Now like that way children, you can find the third and fourth pair also. Okay children, now you can also write down segment GC. Now let us see this GC. Now GC is different, so I have to change this GC. Okay, segment GC, this is my segment. See, this is my segment GC. Okay, now let me see whether GB is same. Okay, this is segment GB and segment GC. Yes, segment GB and GC are also same children. So we can write segment GC, or you can write GB is congruent to segment GC. Okay, GB and GC are congruent. And one more pair you can write, you can check, that is segment GE is congruent to segment GR. Now here see children, 4 pair I have given. You can change the sequence. You can write other pairs also which you are finding it equal in of congruent. Okay, which are they congruent. Now let us move to question number 2. Now this question number 1, you will draw this figure and write this congruent pair in your classwork notebook neatly. Now let us start with question number 2. On the line below, the distance between any two adjacent points shown on it is equal, hence fill in the blanks. Okay children, so on the line given below, the distance between any two points are equal, and hence they are asking us to fill in the blanks. Now you can see the line is given. Now they are asking us to find out the pairs of congruent pairs. Now here segment AB, okay, AB, so you can, instead of AB will be congruent to BC also, AB will be congruent to WA also, WA, AB will be congruent to XW also, because all are of equal distance, at equal distance. So you can write segment AB is congruent to segment WA. Now coming to the second one, segment AP, so how many, at what distance it is? 1 2 3 4 5, AP, okay. So segment AP you can write it as, now that is here, that is also equal to, that is a distance of 5 units, okay children. So 5, 1 2 3 4 5, you can write it segment YC. That means, what is the question? Segment AP, between AP, AP, what is the distance? 1 2 3 4 5, that is AP, and that will be equal to 5 units. So you can start from this. If you suppose you are starting from Z, then it can be what, till from here 1 2 3 4 5, it will be till ZB also. So you can write, but here I have taken segment YC. Same way children, third one AC, that means distance of only 2 points, AC. So you can write, instead of AC you can write AX also, or okay, so this can be AX. Similarly question number 4, 5, 6 you will do for your homework, and hence then we are completing with this practice set 6. Now coming to children the next topic, that is congruence of angles. Congruence of angles. Now here children, congruence of angles, congruence is equal measure of angles. That means the definition will be, in simple terms, if two triangles are of equal measure children, if two triangles are of equal measures, then they are said to be congruent, okay. Again I repeat, if two angles are of equal measure, they are said to be congruent to each other. So you can write the definition: two angles of equal measures, are said to be congruent to each other, okay. So two angles of equal measures are said to be congruent to each other. Now take your textbook. In your textbook children, you can see some angles are drawn. Angle ABC 35 degree, angle NIT 90 degree, PTQ 100 degree, and other angles are also there in your textbook. That is, here you can see, okay, angle SPM RTS 100 degree, angle SRI 90 degree, LMN 40 degree, XYZ 40 degree. Now here you can see children, these some angles are of equal measures. Now here angle LMN 40 degree, XYZ is also 40 degree. Both are of equal measures, hence we can say both the angles are congruent. Now here children, one thing you have to keep in mind, congruent angle means only you have to see the measure should be equal, okay. There is no need to see the arms, length of the arms also should be equal. No, length of the arms can be of any length. See here you can see YZ is longer than MN. So here we don't have to take into consideration the length of the arms. Only what we need to take into consideration is the measure of the angle. If two angles are of equal measures, they are said to be congruent. Now here how we can write this? How we will be writing here? We will write like this way. Therefore, okay, angle LMN is congruent to angle XYZ. How we write? Angle LMN is congruent to angle XYZ. Okay children, therefore we can write measure angle LMN is equal to measure angle XYZ. And what is the measure? 40 degree. Okay, so we will write two steps you are going to write every time. First you will use a congruent symbol. Second step, equal to sign. Okay, how to read? Measure angle LMN is congruent to angle XYZ, and second step, measure angle LMN is equal to measure angle XYZ, and that is equal to 40 degree. Now here in figure some more angles are congruent. Okay, let us write down those also. You can write, okay, which are the two angles of 100 degree? RTS, and the other angle here was PTQ. PTQ, right? So we can write the second pair of congruent pair is second pair. Okay, angle RTS is congruent to angle PTQ. Okay, PTQ. Therefore, measure angle RTS is equal to measure angle PTQ, and that is how much? 100 degree. Right? So we have written the two pairs of congruent angles. Now I hope this congruence of angles, everyone, you have understood, children. It's very simple. Okay, now let me explain the last. Now one thing you have to remember, children, that if two angles with equal measure are congruent, if suppose, okay children, if there are three angles given, all three angles are congruent. Suppose one more angle is there, say for example that angle, suppose LMN is congruent to angle XYZ, and there is one more angle, say for example angle ABC. Okay, angle LMN is congruent to angle XYZ, XYZ is congruent to angle ABC, and say for example all are of equal length. Okay, then if here three angles are there, then in this case, children, first angle is congruent to second also, first angle is congruent to third also. Then we can get, therefore we can write angle LMN will be congruent to angle ABC. Okay, because all are of equal measures. So you can write any two pairs as per the required question. Clear? Now let us move to the last topic of this chapter, that is congruence of circles. First I will explain the topic, then we will solve the exercise practice set, that is the next practice set. What is meant by congruence? Congruence of circles, children. Congruence of circle means, children, if two circles are of equal radii, okay, two circles with equal radii are called as congruent circles. So you can write the definition: circles with equal radii are said to be congruent. Clear, children? Circles with equal radii are said to be congruent. Okay, now this circle one I will just show it, since there is no practice set given on this circle topic, but I am just explaining, so that is getting over. Now you can see in your textbook, children, there are how many circles? A, B, C and D. Okay, four circles are given here. Which two circles are of equal radius? Circle A and circle C, and B and D are different. So we can say, therefore circle A and circle C are congruent. Okay, circle A and circle C are congruent. Now here, based on the circle, children, there are some activities, but I want you to do this activity which is given on page number 10. Activity given on page number 10, that is activity number 3. Okay, activity number 3, find congruent circles in your surroundings. So you can find any 5 congruent circle, like suppose you take one bangle, one cap of the water bottle, and you are just writing that these 5 objects are of equal radius, since therefore they are similar to congruent circle, they are equal to congruent circle. Activity number 3 you are doing in the homework book. Okay, only on circle you are doing this activity, because since there is no any exercise or practice set given on this. Now here, coming to your practice set 7, children, practice set 7 you are solving in the class of book. Okay, practice set 7 you will be solving in the class of book. First you will draw all these 4 angles, 1 2 3 4, all 4 angles you will draw in the class of book, and below that you are going to write, see, some angles are given below. Using the symbol of congruent, write the names of the pairs of the congruent angles in this figure. Now here children, first thing you are going to find out, in this first figure one angle measure is not given, measure of this angle is not given. Okay, okay, now see children, see the first figure very carefully, you see angle AOC. Okay children, angle AOC, this is nothing but full, it is 90 degree, it is forming a 90-degree angle. Yes or no? This angle AOC, this full is 90 degree, this full is 90 degree. Now this, from this, okay, if this much is 45 degree, this is 30 degree, what will be the measure of this middle part? Okay, so how are we going to find out? What we will do, we will add these both, that is 45 plus 30, that becomes 45 plus 30, that is your 75, and 90 minus, then you are subtracting from 90, so you are getting this middle angle will be of 15 degree. So your middle angle here, I'll write it there, this full is 90 degree, so this angle, this particular angle will be 15 degree. This particular angle is 15 degree children. Okay, only 15 degree. Again I repeat, this full angle is 90 degree. Okay, and we don't found the third angle here. Two angles we know, so 45 plus 30 is 75, 90 minus 75, you are getting 15 degree. Now if I say measure of angle BOC, BOC children, then this will come full, 30 plus 15, that is your 45 degree. Okay, so we will write down here in your classwork notebook. Okay, how we will write? First you draw this figure, below that first thing you will write here that, okay, question first, practice set 7, you will write first, you will write measure angle BOC is equal to 45 degree. Now children, we need to find equal okay, angles with equal measures. So we can start now. BOC 45, SRT is also 45, so you can write here first step. Okay, angle, you can write here angle BOC is congruent to angle which RST. Now here this is 30 degree and DOC, so you can write second pair of angle. Okay, angle LMN is congruent to angle DOC, is congruent to angle DOC. Okay, angle LMN is 30 degree and here your DOC is also 30 degree, so you can write DOC. Same way third pair you can write here. Okay, 90 degree. Okay, and 90 degree will be your angle AOC and this is PQR. So angle AOC is congruent to angle PQR. Now some more congruent pairs children you will write for homework. Only this much is there for congruence of angles and congruent. Okay, so it is a very simple topic. Now here we have completed congruence of segments, congruence of angles and congruence of circles. If you have any doubt you can message me, but I want you to complete this full remaining 2 exercise in your class book neatly, and activities you will be solving in the homework book. Bye bye and thank you for watching. Now let us see what is angle bisector. Angle bisector means bisector, it divides the angle in 2 equal parts. That you have to keep in mind. What is angle bisector? Angle bisector will divide the angle in 2 equal parts. Now question will come, okay, bisect angle 80 degree or bisect angle 60 degree. Here angle degree will be given. Okay, so what are you going to do? First you will construct that much degree angle. Now as you know this is 80 degree. First step, you know we are drawing the base. Yes or no? Second step, take your protractor. Okay, keep it nicely and then you are going to construct 80 degree. Now suppose this is your 80 degree angle. Okay, this is your angle of 80 degree angle. Now the next step, how you are going to bisect. Again I repeat, how you will bisect? You will take your rounder, okay, take your rounder, keep at this point, and you are going to cut 2 arcs on both the arms of the angle, okay. You are going to cut the arcs on both the arms of the angle. Now after this, what are you going to do? Change the radius, keep on the first arc, draw on an arc in the middle of the angle. Same way, keep it on the second arc and draw the arc which intersect the previous arc. So what I have done, first you are going to take convenient radius, draw 2 arcs on both the arms, and then you are keeping on the first, you are drawing the in the center, again you are drawing the other arc which is intersecting it, and then you are drawing a ray, okay, a ray passing to this, and this is nothing but, and you can write the name of the angle, suppose A, B, C, here I have written D. So your this ray BD is the angle bisector. And now this full angle is how much? 80 degree. Then your, okay, half angle will be, now this half part will be 40 degree, this will be 40 degree. So this way you can draw the angle bisector for any given degree of the angle. Now suppose if you are asked to draw a perpendicular bisector for you are going to draw a perpendicular bisector for given segment 6 centimeter. So how are you going to draw? First you are going to draw, okay, segment measuring 6 centimeter. You can give the name, okay. After this you will take your rounder and you are taking radius more than half, okay, more than half, and then you are drawing 2 arcs, one arc up and one down, okay, one up and down. Again change the end point of the radius, keep it on the other point and draw 2 arcs which intersect the previous arc, and then you are taking your pencil and then you are drawing this, okay. Children, you are using pencils to draw. I am just showing it so that it is visible. Now this is nothing but, you can give the name CD. So you can say, therefore line CD is perpendicular to segment PQ, and this point you can, suppose if you are writing M, therefore length of PM will be equal to length of MQ, and this is your 90 degree. Now that means what, children? Perpendicular bisector, this perpendicular bisector divides a line segment in 2 equal parts, okay. So perpendicular bisector divides a line segment in 2 equal parts.